Okay, let's start. Oh, oops. I messed this up a little bit right away. But I think this is the old game, so I'm not too worried. Only thing you had to do was go like this, a little closer to the car, looking at the same spot you were, and then when you get to this box, then you turn around, okay? But you would be a lot closer, okay? And when you're holding, it's better if you just hug the smoke, either on the left or the right side, okay? If you mollo, for example, they would smoke if they're rushing. So you would even like instead of being here, you would be a little closer, even depending on the mollo lens and how they threw their smoke. But yeah, if you did that, I think you would have had an easier time. Nice things. Kill the rest? No. Okay. Move it on. Idiot, you dropped the flash and then you picked it up. Okay, it's good. Uh, thanks. I think you're gonna be doing this a lot. The first flash is mandatory, okay? Always. The second, it's based on sound, okay? So you may not need to throw it. If you don't hear flashes or you don't hear anything, keep it, okay? You can keep it in your hand just in case. But if it isn't needed, then just don't throw it, okay? In this case, you didn't hear anything, so it wasn't necessary. Okay, keep level with the smoke. No, okay, it's fine. Here, I don't think this is needed, to be honest. I think Fangs is kind of. I mean, okay, I guess. Um, I think doing this is okay. Uh, um, I don't see anything wrong with this per se. It's just a little too early to be throwing your smoke. That's all. I like the play, but it's 1 minute 36. They're not going to be rushing through short. And if they do, I mean, if you keep that smoke, you're able to smoke yourself and make another play off of that. That gives you more time in case that happens, and it shouldn't happen. So I like it. I just don't like it to be this early. That's all. Because this smokes basically tells them or tells it makes it so that you can't play dead on A anymore, right? You can, but if they have a molly, they shouldn't have, so it's fine. But your options are limited, is what I'm trying to say. Um, I wouldn't be here. This is just dumb, okay? If you just smoke this, you are better off just playing here instead. You smoke it, you get close to the smoke. If they push or execute while the smoke's still here and they're pushing through it, they'll be throwing flashes, so you'll be completely blind all the time, okay? So you could have countered it that way. But because you stayed here, I mean, you're just dead if they did that, to be honest. So I think that's something you need to change. you can play here, but you don't have a smoke, so they shouldn't have them all anyway. Yeah. Mm. I would have not thrown this Molotov. I get it. You heard something mid, or you know they're short. I get it, but I don't think it's necessary. You know, I think you just wait that Molotov out, and then when they do start going in, then you could have thrown it here. And if you throw it here, then Fangs has a much easier time. You know, like you drop down. If you're Leo, where are you? If you're Leo, like you see them a little forward, right? You should be here, I would say, watching this. When they do come in, you see this or this, and then you go a little bit to the left, like you are now, and then you throw it here. Doesn't need to be perfect. I mean, if you can make it perfect, great, but it's not the point, right? And then after that, then you could have thrown a flash like that, or you could hold on a little bit, and then thrown a flash behind Fangs, for example, depending on how far they've gone. So, I mean, now you could have thrown it, you know? Now it would have been handy. And you didn't see anyone jumping down. Oh, but I hear them. That's fair. But still, you should, you know? This flash is not going to do anything. Or it will help him, but not as much as you think, I think. Yeah. And you see that as soon as he peeked, he's just kind of fucked, right? Did Fangs do something wrong? Yes. Throwing that smoke, if he had that smoke now, he would have been a lot. He would have had a lot more options. But like here, I don't like it here, to be honest. Like you have no cover, you know. Flash is good. You played it. You played this wrong in so many ways. Why would you put yourself out in the open? You're like asking to get killed things. Like what you do here is you jump up, or you stand up rather, and then you just look at angles that you can make one-on-ones potentially. You know, if you do that, you would have been fine. Like you jump in, you see, okay, you didn't see anyone. That's okay. You can duck back down. If you do, then you shoot someone, you hide, and you do this with Leo, and then this changes it. You know, even if what you did on short wasn't that good. Like, but this is terrible. You just threw the round, to be honest. Here just threw the round. That was a very dumb play. Nice shot. Okay, here level, I think you need to realize the numbers, okay? You're on a 3-on-3, but you have two guys short and you have one yourself on long. What you should be doing is getting information, drawing attention, but staying alive, okay? It's hard to do because this is so open, so I would rather you just stay back here and then just support from here, you know? And then tell them, hey, there's a guy Goose, and then you have, when they're a little closer, then you can progress. I think you're playing a little too soon and you may get killed for this. You didn't, but yeah, I would have just grab walked, but say. Okay. So I'm just gonna look at Fangs now. Should have. Oh no, it's not Fangs now, it's Leo. Okay. Yeah, basically what Leo did. You know, that's it. If it's needed, it comes in. If not, then it doesn't. That's all. Okay, here. It's the same thing that Fangs was doing before. I'm starting to see a pattern. Maybe you saw this from a pro game or something. Truth is, I don't think this is that necessary. You know, you can use it sometimes, but what versus eco? What do we care if they get stairs? That should be their goal, right? Our goal should be save utility for when they do come. You know, I think this is too early, even if you see them. Because like Fangs on that other round is gonna prevent you from doing a lot of things. Is it like this? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, nice shot by this guy. Yeah, this can't happen. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, I'm guessing Jay smoked that immediately. Yeah, he did. Okay. Did you smoke when the smoke was CT? You did. You did. Okay. Okay. You can do that, but you also had many here jumping. I would have just smoked it when you see someone, you know? Because if you have someone seeing it and they smoke it, that doesn't mean they're gonna go through with it, you know? It's if they smoke this as well, then yeah, okay. Better be safe than sorry. But if you just smoke this and you have many watching, there's no point. Also, many should be the one smoking that, okay? And although you're doing the right play in theory, you can't forget that you're open to this, you know? So if you're gonna go back, you need to be worried about this. Okay. So smoke it, stay in car for a little bit, because remember, this guy's gonna go later. Okay. I think the goal should be you are in charge of this opening at first. In this specific example, you should be the main contact, the first contact. Many should be second, and many should be while worrying about this. He should be more so worrying about that, which again is only gonna come after they're on through window. So this really isn't a priority, especially if you smoked it. So yeah, I think this was just a Leo. Jay, you should have just been paying more attention. That's all. You just forgot that was a thing. And you had your chance, you know, but you went for the body shots instead of going for the headshot, and you got fucked. That's CS. Your crosshair placement is very low. Okay, look how low it is compared to how they are. And in here, you should be moving back and forth. Okay, expecting a pre-fire. If you had your crosshair higher, maybe you would have killed two of them, and then maybe you had a chance at killing another one here. But I think you guys save here, and that's fine. Yeah, Leo forgot lurkers exist. It happens, I guess. Shouldn't, but it happens. Good save. I think this is the game that we watched together, Jay, so I won't be talking about this as much because you know what you should be doing now, I think. You've played since then, so I'm not too worried. Okay. Here, you're kind of on your own level. In here, you should not be doing that, right? Oh, but what are you talking about? I'm just checking mid. Well, you're 4-on-2, and you're trying to get a 1-on-1. You know, your goal should be instead of coming here, you should be smoking or mauling door instead. And then if you want to come, then sure, you know, clear this corner without getting spotted from mid, and then you can go back. But checking, clearing, then throwing them all after that guy could have been there waiting for you, and he could have died. And it wasn't needed, right? Just wasn't needed. I think here you guys get it. Fine. Or not. Oh, this guy coming. Jesus Christ, okay. Please be aware. No. Nice try. That was on you level. Sorry to say. You know. You're in charge of that. You shouldn't let this happen. You were so focused on mid that you completely forgot this can happen. That's on you. We should have lost this round. Instead of you worrying about mid and getting that 1-on-1, you should have been worried about that. I don't know what it is with us about doing this, to be honest. Like, it's starting to tilt me. No. Level did something else. Okay. What did you do? Again, this second flash may not be needed. Stop throwing it just because. Why are you smoking stairs? Why? What happened? Nothing happened. It doesn't make sense. Like, you have many here watching. You didn't see them. Okay, but nothing also happened either, right? He did Molo in the beginning, so there's no way they could be down there that fast. And even if they are, it's not needed. Again, nothing happened. We just got long now, so until now you could have waited with the smoking. That tells you there's stairs. Now you could have smoked. I don't know if I like this angle, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, jumping up there, it's... The fuck's that smoke? Up, flash, you're up, man! Good defense, good by ducking down, right? But instead of you throwing a shit flash like this, you should have thrown it above yourself, man. Right? And then you peek with it. Level could have peeked with it also. But like this may not get them if they're pushing forward, which they should be. Okay, here just drop down, I would say. You should have just dropped down. That's way like that gave me Fang's vibes from the other round. You're the lucky son of a bitch for not dying. What the hell are you doing? Did you forget what you're playing? The fuck? Okay, like that happened. Okay, but at this point you back off, right? Your teammate was playing dead on site. That means yes, you should help him. But he should have moved, right? And he did now. Late, but he did. What you should be doing now is controlling long, you know? You can let them plant, that's okay. You don't have utility to delay them, but you should keep yourself alive. You should not be playing deathmatch here. Just go back, man. Say you're playing deathmatch. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Fucking idiot, this guy. Did you make a sound? You did. You did make a sound. Why? Why did you make a sound? Why are you moving in the first place? Thanks. If they're attacking short, this guy is always going to be second contact. Always. You know, unless they start dying, he's not going to move. Like, if these guys are getting space and being successful, he's not going to go before his time. His time is after. Like, imagine they plant, and then you are on retake mode. That's when this guy's going to go. Okay? When he hears you, and then he's going to just flank you and kill you. If they're attacking short and one of them or two of them die, so it's not going as well, that's when he's going to move before his time. Okay? And he's going to try and find you. All you have to do, man, is just wait. That's it. You don't have to move. You don't look for him here. Oh, but I wanted to help Level because he was going to be open to Long. That's his responsibility. You can tell him, like, hey, be scared of Long. I don't have your door angle. You know? That's okay. But, you know, he could also just simply go into the wall, quickly jiggle or clear this, and then go back to you. That would have been fine. But, yeah, again, you just killed yourself. No need to do this. Good save again, though. Would have been if many didn't die. Yeah, it's just a game I watched with Fang. Oh, with Jay. The hell happened? Looking at my phone. I mean, what part of you're in a static angle, you're in a pre-fight angle that you don't understand? The goal should be, if you're in a pre-fight angle, it shouldn't be you duck and you wait level. It should be move back and forth. You've been playing this for 3 fucking years under me, and I'm tired of saying this. Why don't you get it? What part of this doesn't get in your brain? You know, how much HP did you take him? 9. Good job. For this man. Sure what many did. Why'd you turn your back on him? You should have just pushed. The goal was to do this. I think you should have just pushed. Okay. Whatever. Shit, Brown. Next. We won it too. Okay. Okay. You have a lot of faith in things, man. No, this should never happen. Okay, this is Fang's job. You are holding an angle with an op. He is literally next to you, covering for you. He's supporting you, not the other way around. You took a shot. He should immediately molly, not you. Okay, that should be him. The fuck, Manny? You dizzy, man. You're 5-on-4. What are you doing? Man, what the fuck? I don't even know what to say. I mean, that you should have just killed him. There isn't much to say. Luck level. Nice one. Not much you could do. I will say though, if you're in circumstances like this, I think it's better if you stand next to the smoke and completely hold it from one side. You know, this way you can see both things if they come out. And you chose to get one side and you got flanked by the other. Well, I think it's up for debate, but that's what I like to do. So this doesn't happen. Because that way you could have killed this guy first and the second guy after. And you would have been killed from here, but yeah. Not much to say. Weird round, but good job. Okay. Nice shot. Okay. This is an uncommon round, okay? Because they're on a half buy, so they start to do things weirdly, okay? But at a certain point, if you're playing mid, you're looking at this. This is a thing too. You need to realize when this can start happening. So around 140 is probably when I'd start thinking about this could be happening. Because he's just here, right? But I think when I used to play, I used to look at it and around 135, 130 at most. That's probably when I think they could be there, ready to go from mid into me. So you can think 140 or 135 or 130 at most, but you need to start having that game sense in your head, you know. And there's no shame if you're holding this and you think they could be there now. There's nothing wrong with you just chucking a Molotov and just going back, or just leaving this B and just going back to B. It's fine. But like, you needed to check this as well. You just didn't see anyone. Like it was 135, right? Good shot by him, but I think you were kind of clueless here. And you also had Leo here as well, so it's probably even more reason to just leave them mid, I think, You could play CT as well. Yeah, you shouldn't have done this. Yeah, no comment. Good hold on B. Look at these motherfuckers. You pushed fucking long because they told you mid B. They killed 2 people and they saw no one else, and you decided to keep going. I mean, at this point here, you stop, right? You stop and you think of what's going on. You know that at least long is clear, so all of this is clear. But there could have been a guy here that could have hurt all of you, and he's planting now. That could have happened. Yeah, I mean, regardless, here you just wait. Right? There's no need for you to be pushing. You just wait top mid and see what's going on. Instead, you just play deathmatch. A little dumb in my opinion, but whatever. The fuck? Okay, that's interesting. What happened? You keep doing the same shit, Level. You're incredible. You keep dropping the flash, but you keep picking it up. Okay, I guess it can happen. Here it was just a fuck up on our end, honestly. I don't think there was anything else. Like, Fangs didn't throw his own molo, so... Wait, did you throw a smoke? You did. You threw the... Ah, okay. Wait, where's the smoke? Is that the one? Should be, right? Yeah, okay. I think it just takes a little while to bloom, but that's okay. Let me look at it again. They threw theirs, okay. Now it bloomed. This is tricky, but it's the same thing, okay? So I think if you do it this way, I'll check some more around, see if you actually do it this way. But if you do, this needs to be changed, okay? You have one way to take long, which is fast, okay? The one with the Molotov that you throw running, and then you throw that flash from here, and maybe a second one, and Fangs or someone else, the second guy throws this Molotov, okay? That's one way when you take it fast. When you take it slow, usually when you don't have spawn, it's this, okay? But when you take it slow, you need to change this. To what? Well, this guy should be throwing in the smoke, right? I think that's great, and then the flashes are good. That's point number one. I think that's fine. The second thing that should happen is you shouldn't be doing this running, okay? You should wait for the smoke to bloom, and while you're here, you should be throwing this Molotov, okay? When Leo or whoever is the third guy that threw that smoke is ready to throw the flashes, that's when you actually throw the flashes and you peek together, okay? So timing of this will be smoke gets thrown, number one. So one, smoke. Two, Molotov. Three, wait. Okay. When the Molo lands, shortly after, the smoke should be blooming. And the flashes are going as well. So all you need to do is time the smoke when it blooms, or someone in front should tell you. Okay? But that's all that needs to happen. Smoke, Molo, wait for the flash. And then when the flash is coming in, you throw one or two. It depends on what you hear, right? In a scenario like this, I would have thrown the second one immediately. I wouldn't even think. And then you peek. Okay. Two of you. And Leo or whoever is the third guy would help as well, obviously, from back here, car, for example. So that's what needs to happen. If this is how you do it currently, this needs to change, okay? Because this is bad. That's the only thing. It's a big thing, but it's the only thing. So I'm gonna skip this. A mess up. I don't know if this is actually how you do it or if it's just a. In fact, I'll post this in the chat. Or not. Isn't this round? It was. Okay, let me see. I'll just post it in the chat. How do you take long with this smoke? Is it the normal way with just smoke? Or is there more difference? Just posting that in the chat because I generally don't know, and it's already 8 rounds. I don't think I'm going to be seeing that soon. But we can see. Okay, we have it again. Maybe you do it right this time. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you do it right. The smoke, okay. I think you guys are right. It's just you're waiting too little for the smoke to bloom. That's great. Like now is probably when this flash should be coming in, you know? But it's pretty much this. I think there's no harm in you waiting a little bit longer just to make sure the smoke lands there, you know? That's all. And honestly, just because it takes a little too long, and the first and second guy isn't needed as much. Like the first guy can just throw the molo and be done with it. I think it shouldn't be the third guy throwing the smoke. It should be the second guy. First guy only needs the molo, and that's all he needs to do. The second guy is just sitting here, there, just waiting for his S. So I think second guy needs to smoke, so it gets there a little sooner, and then that guy flashes as well. You know, if you do this, then it'll be a lot sooner, and this won't happen. The smoke will bloom before that. You know. So let me post that there. Never mind. I see now. I think second guy should throw smoke plus flashes in this case because otherwise it'll be too slow to bloom on long doors. Second guy is important to be there because first will throw molo blue on. Third can become second, I guess. Yeah. If you didn't understand what I said, then you could just read. It'll probably be easier. Okay. Here you don't have smokes. The fuck? Okay, we missed a smoke. Okay, I guess. Whatever. I'm not saying anything. This is a half by, and we're pretty much on last run of the half. The fuck? You didn't throw anything. This can't happen, okay? if you're trying to get control on both sides, this can't happen. Okay, like the Molo may not be needed if the goal is to just go back. Okay, but in this case, let me check your spawns because it's level being the first, Fang second, and Leo. I don't know what Leo's spawn is, but we'll see. If I go back, and you're here, so level's first, and he's gonna go there. That's fine. Leo's second. Um, so I think in here, based on what I just wrote, and this is good. Okay, we in CS:GO this was done too, but this is basically having long and short control at the same time. Just tricky to do, but not that hard. Okay, just needs a little more moving pieces. So the first thing that you need to do is the smoke here. Okay, you have the best spawn level. I think in this case you smoke. Fangs, you know, even if he's the last spawn, it's fine. The Molo doesn't even need to be there in the first place. You can go there if he decides that okay, it's fine to throw the Molo. He can. If he doesn't feel like it's that good of an idea, he won't, and he just waits for your flashes. You know, when there is the flashes coming, you can quickly take a peek, clear what needs to be cleared, and go back. You know, in this case, nothing happened, so it's not that big of a deal. But that needs to happen. Okay. But like the thing is, you didn't throw anything, you know, nothing. You didn't have a smoke. You didn't have anything. This cannot happen. If there's a lurker here, and there should have been. If this is many or level here, I don't remember who lurks on long and does too. But whoever this lurker is, he'll tell the team, "Hey, they didn't throw anything on long. They are short." You know, not even a flash, I don't think. Or if you did, it's so late that it wouldn't have mattered, right? Here, I mean, it's just things that I didn't talk about with Jay before, so. Oh shit, you got. That's fine. We're gonna lose this round, it's okay. Gonna move on to T side now. Fuck this. Go on. Everyone was low. Whatever, fuck pistol rounds. Oh, it's many that lurk. So just imagine many on this last round that you guys played CT. Many being here and just not hearing anything being thrown on long, right? Leo would have not gotten a kill if that was the case. Because they wouldn't let him, right? Jesus. Bunch of fucking racehorses over here. Okay. Just hold your ground, man. I mean, it's great if they don't clear the corners. You were 4-on-3. I can't say you should have expected it, but you should have expected it. Okay, here, this is just little things that you guys, that we mess up a little bit, okay? And there's no easy way or simple way to say this, I think. In fact, there is. Let's say you get a kill on any side. Think of all the sites that we, all the maps that we play. Let's say we're T side on all of them, and we get a kill somewhere, right? Instead of you guys just forgetting everything, just moving over. If you take 2 seconds to throw like a smoke in a choke point for like doors in this case, you know, or a Molo behind the window. If you have two, even better, you know. But if in this case you didn't have a smoke, but you could have, Thanks could have thrown a flash. Jay could have crossed, and then with Jay's Fangs' Molo, he could have moloed window, and then you could have moved, kind of, you know, or just thrown the Molo on door and flash and go, you know, sort of thing. That's just something that is a small thing, but it would have made a big difference, you know. In this case, you have Jay with 4 HP and you have Fangs with 19. I get it. You killed what you thought would be the last guy on B, so you want to take advantage of that. But even if you were 100 HP, both of you, you can still die, you know. Something could have gone wrong, you know. You're not expecting a guy. The guy's it just had a nice shot, like it happened on many on mid. So, and by the skin of their teeth, he didn't die. But like that can happen, you know. Good thing you traded them immediately, you know. If you didn't, Manny was too far away to trade, and then it's a one-on-one. Right? So little thing that can have really big difference in the round. Yeah, you need to have your gun out when you go there that way early, Jay. If you have spawn, I think it doesn't matter, but okay. Just taking long control. Number 8 swings. Okay. Okay. This Molo is good, but it's too late. Okay. This Molo should be thrown from here. And should land on top of that box and it gets that corner. The goal should be throwing smokes. If you have a flash to get the upper out, great. Throw that flash. This will allow you to stay here. At this point, you want the back guys to, like, you want the front guys to start moving. The front guys can move. You can tell them to go all the way, or you can tell them to go until the smoke and stop and wait. You know, you have those two choices, right? You have one of two choices here, where the front runners. It depends on the utility or what they have, etc. I don't think there's anything wrong with just waiting a little bit here. You know, while you're doing that, you have the Molo being thrown, and you have flashes throwing from this guy. And then with this flash and the Molotov, then you could go. Or you could just skip that all over. As well with this flash, you want to throw one like this. You guys threw one like so far away. Threw it here. This is shit, okay? You want to throw it in this spot, around this area in general, okay? Fangs threw it a little bit more to the left, and also he was too far behind, you know? So goal should be smoke, flash to go into this. Then you can have the guys either going up all the way while you're just throwing the other shit, Molotov in this copy from here, entry flash, and then progression flashes. Okay, that's it. The way you guys did it was a little clumsy, and it can hurt, right? Look at Jay in level with the HE nades that they have. If they had sent this guy here, for example, or just thrown it randomly close here to this smoke, that would have helped a little bit, right? So, again, big deal, okay? And reverses. I don't even know if that was an eco or not, but we were versus a ship buy, so imagine if we were on a full one. If they were. I mean. It's a nice little thing. Fucking 4 people on long. Holy shit. Did they bring the RV to get? Who was this? Okay. I think that's fine. Então, caralho. The fuck? Foda-se, o que é esta merda? Yeah. You want, like, the molly is good. I like it. But you can't be throwing the Molotov if you're not going to be taking Z. Okay? Oh, but the smoke faded before your time or whatever. Re-smoke. Throw the Molo, then take it. Okay? You cannot be clumsy in this case. Alright? One thing is taking Z, and you need this smoke in this case to cross, and the Molo. There's no... Don't make it harder than it needs to be, and don't give them reasons to catch you off guard and kill you mid-transition, okay? Just do it right the first time, and that won't happen. And then, yeah, like, while this Molo is still burning, you're still getting this. And then there could be a guy here that could just flash for you, or level, in this case, whoever the long lurker is, you know? One of them could just flash for you to get stairs. And then with this, then you have stairs, tunnels, and everything you need. Then you can go back and do whatever you want, right? But those protocols need to be in place. Like, there can't be... why is Fangs here holding a fucking flash, for example? Right? I think it's a flash. Yeah, it is. Why is this guy holding a flash when Leo is? Right? One of you should be empty. The other should be holding. You know, little things like this is gonna cost you. Yeah? Like 2 flashes. Why? 1 flash that I missed, apparently. You know, it makes no sense. You could also then, like, after you have Z with the Molo here and the smoke here, like, you should be taking this while the Molo is burning. You know? You can't be throwing a Molo and just crouch peek and you just don't use the flash. Or you use the flash and do what you do. You know? That's fine. But that needs to happen. You know? It's a little thing that Fangs did extra, could have gotten us killed again. A little mess up of the flashes. That's just something you guys need to work on. And instead of throwing this shit flash, it's shit because it bounces, okay? It's really effective, but it just bounces and everyone sees him. I would rather asking, like, if Leo's with an up and he's holding from here, he should be the one flashing, you know? If not, then level should go from, like, in here and just flash for you guys, you know? That's the only thing that I would change. And then here, this is just retarded, okay? I'm sorry, but it is. I saw this in the game as well when I was watching it with Jay, and I was pretty disappointed. But yeah, this flash, I want you to change that to smoke. You can't really do much more better than that, so leave it. But, like, level in this case does not need to be long, okay? Mid-game call's done, you want to attack B. We have a lurker, second contact towards B. So he either needs to join up with him or join up with mid or lurk mid, whatever. So he's -1 in this case, right? Yeah, so I wasn't going to talk about that. I'm talking about this, right? As soon as you get here, I think, depending on if they have an up or not, you could just throw a flash like this, you know, flashing off of this, and then with that, or you can cross here. Why do you flash this? It's because of the uppers, okay? There could be an upper here, here, or whatever, right? Or just a rifler. The other thing is you could also throw a flash like this, just with double click, I think, and just pops there. And it works the same way. And then the way you progress is like that, okay? You go here, next to the smoke, so there's no son of a bitch that kills you from here. You go next to the truck, and this is your pathway, okay? So you don't get killed from here. And if level was here, and if there was someone CT that jumped through the smoke, he gets him. Simple, right? And you do that, that's good. But look at these 3 fucking idiots. The front guy has a nade out. Second guy has a nade out. Third guy has a nade out. This can't happen, you know? You need to decide who goes first, who goes second, who goes third. First and second guys should be going in with the weapons out. You know, gun. Third guy can stay back and just throw a flash, for example. In this case, it could be Fangs. But it can't be 3 of you. You know, if 3 of you dive. In theory, you're trying to do the right thing, but you just get yourself killed. And speaking of dumbasses getting themselves killed, why the fuck did you die? You killed one here and just started running. a level in here, you're -1 play. There's no reason for you to be doing that. So 1-on-1, that shouldn't have been. And we lost because of it. Another round that we're losing because of dumb shit. It's not even fun. What happened to you guys? Good thing by putting out the smoke, the Molotov, but that is why I prefer to flash first and then just do a pop hit by flashing and then throwing the smoke after from here, rather than doing what you did. Because if you do this, they have time. Okay, and if there's a guy mid, like he quickly can help and make 3B. You know, so I'd say it's wrong. I just yeah. I prefer it that way. This way can work. You just need more utility, you know? You can throw the smoke, like instead of just throwing the door smoke, have Jay throwing the lurk smoke here, that lens here. You can make plays with that, and then you join this up with this smoke that I used before in rounds past. You throw the smoke first, then you throw the smoke door, then you throw a couple of flashes and Molotovs, and you go in, right? That would be a cool play to use as well. How many rounds do we have left? 2 more, I think. Jesus Christ. They're angry. Here, I think it's the same thing that we're gonna do with him. No, he's just gonna kill themselves. Okay. Good round. If you have the best spawn, Jay, you can throw that Molotov. I don't think it's necessary. If they run in, you just keep your gun out and take it a little slower and you're fine. That Molo will be needed later, you know? I think here you guys just get killed from behind, right? Again. Okay, good job. We need to throw the Molo and take Z while still blowing, but we need someone to watch your flank, right? We need someone anti as well. In this case, I think Jay should be looking behind them and also the smoke, and many should have come up to him. And then when he's there with Fangs, then they take short together. You know. Then Jay has tunnel. Fangs and many are about to take short. Level could be flashing for many and Fangs, or so could Jay, for example. Then you guys take stairs and everything's covered. But here again, little clumsy again. Another round. Here I think they just killed themselves somewhere, right? I remember it. Same thing. Now they don't have that much, you can just repeat it and it's gonna work. Good on you for realizing they don't have that much. This can't happen. Good thing he's bad. This can't happen. The first guy is in charge of checking all the corners. One of you can just say, hey, I can't look at my left because it's, you know, it wouldn't work. So, guy behind me, you're in charge of doing that. Here you should have just been hidden level. You could have killed them from behind like you did along. But here you'd be right in doing that, you know? Okay, good game.